What's up, everybody? Thank you for joining me with Buzzing with Marlowe live. I'll say it again, live. I hope everybody's doing well. Happy Friday. Ladies and gentlemen, you have made it. You have accomplished. That crazy week is upon you. It's done. Done. Delete it. It's gone. It is the weekend, ladies and gentlemen. You have earned it. You have made it. Man, what a week. What a week. Just in general for me. Guys, big shout out to all of y'all that have been making this podcast grow every single week. Um, it's just mind blowing when I look at my pages and we look at the statistics, and we're over 1.2K on visuals from Facebook, Twitter, um, Instagram. Instagram is definitely growing up so freaking crazy. We are over almost 1.1 on following right now. So big round of applause to y'all. Thank y'all. This has definitely been something that is definitely like how like when we sit here and say, man, this was definitely not planned. This was not planned. This was only supposed to be an experiment. This is kind of like how I say with pro wrestling. It was only just something to try out, and I got so attached to it and I got more into it, just kept going and going. And man, we're almost on the verge. We are freaking 4 episodes away. 4 episodes away till the big 100, guys. So thank y'all. This is really crazy. I've got a big thing planned for that episode. But guys, if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, share, and most importantly, subscribe to stay on content with all our content episodes and even little snippets and even the audio list, guys. It has been crazy how much we've been growing. Like I said, the stuff down there below, guys. Also, you see this red tank top? It's got the awesome logo. You can get that at our bonfire shop and type in the promo code BUZZ20. Get 10% off. And here's some options that you can get. These are some awesome clothing. I will definitely say, ladies, it is summertime. So get your backs. I know people like to rock tank tops day in and day out just to walk around the house, go to the gym, or go to the grocery store. It doesn't matter. Guess what? We got the Razorbacks. You got the red, pink, white, and black. Very popular one, obviously, is going to be pink. Those have been selling out very well. Obviously, our regular t-shirts. We see the option colors. We got gray, white, blue, black, and red. The most popular one, guys, shockingly, is the gray. Red, I just got to figure out a different look, how the logo looks, but people have been asking for red, so I got it out there. Also, guys, one of my personal favorites, the V-necks, just the simple black one. I wear it to the gym. You can wear it on. You can wear it on date nights. You can wear it to go out and take the kids out to the mall, or the shop, or whatever. Very good. And also, guys, if you're still up north in the cold area, we got the long sleeves. We have blue, gray, black, white, and red. Red. And obviously, we got the most personal favorite. I'm not gonna lie, these still shock me that they sell these out more than anything on our store. And these are the 3/4 sleeve baseball tees. And the personal favorite, guys, is that baby blue. That baby blue. We have the black, baby blue, gray, and red. And like I said, the number one selling one is the baby blue one. And obviously, like I said, guys, we got the V-necks. You have the navy blue, the black, the white, and the red. And of course, guys, we got our hoodies. We got the hoodies. We got the red, pink, white, black, and gray. So get your merch. Type in promo code BUZZ20 and get 10% off. All right, guys. Yeah, it's been crazy. Buzzing with Marlowe has been growing nonstop. We are definitely it's just it's crazy, man. It's still hard to believe. Like I went from thinking about trying this out to being a guy that's literally 4 episodes away from a 100th episode. And guys, like I said, our 100th episode will be the end of season 3. That's right, guys. I will be taking a break after our 100th episode. Season 4 will open right back up at the end of the summer in July. But also, y'all stay tuned with all of it. Like I said, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to all our platforms. Follow me, chat with me, talk about some episodes, talk about some ideas that y'all want. I'm open. I have an open ear for all of that, man. I'm definitely looking forward to it, guys. And I even got a couple of secrets up my sleeve. So just stay tuned for that. Basically, the break is going to be just to spend time with my family. As everybody knows, I get my son for the summer, and I give my full undivided attention to him, my daughter, and my wife. So literally, that's what I'll be doing this summer, spending it with my family. Um, and I've got a lot of new upgrades for the new season 4 of Buzzing With Marlowe. But guys, that's later. This is now. This is episode 96. We are not at 100 yet, so we don't need to be talking about it. We need to talk about what's going on right now. All right, guys. I'm very excited about this episode today, guys, because I've been joined with actresses, directors, authors, motivational speakers, life coaches, sales warriors. Oh my goodness, the list goes on, and even nurses, doctors, you name it. It's been crazy. So today, guys, I have another singer on this episode today. If you haven't heard the little trial video of the audio sound of the new promo for Buzzing with Marlowe, I have a I have a nice song going in with my words into a trailer. And guys, I had that person that was singing those lyrics in that little promo. Her name is Youngie. She has been performing for a while, a while. This is a girl that literally has overcome so many odds to succeed, and she's only growing, man. She is only growing, and she's gonna come on here and talk about just some of those things, talk about what's gotten her into this music stuff, how she is growing, how she's adapting, and more importantly, what the future holds. So, guys, when the countdown goes to 30 to 1, I will be joined with Youngie. And guess what, guys? Question is, are y'all ready? Are y'all? I need to know, man. I don't hear it. I don't know. Yeah.
Let's get ready to rumble!
All right, guys, I'm joined with the one and only Youngie. How are you doing?
What's up, Marlo? How you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm all right. Funny thing, I'm at work right now, but
Okay.
yeah. I have to juggle both. You know what I'm saying? That's the biggest part of my life is juggling my 9 to 5 and still trying to
Uh-huh.
make my music work for me. And I mean,
Hey,
I'm doing what
hey,
I
I love it.
sure.
Absolutely, I love it. That's what we call the word of hustling,
Yes.
and a lot of people need it if they're going to succeed in anything. Honestly, it's not even music careers, podcasts, or anything. Like you
It's
just
just
need to
life in
have
general.
that mentality. I love just how you open that up just like that. But Youngie, tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right. Well, I just moved down to Florida a year and a half
Okay.
ago from Minnesota. That's where I was born. I moved down here to get sober. I was addicted to meth for like 10 years. I started when I was like 14. So I've been sober for a little over a year now, and I started really taking my music seriously when I moved down here. And ever since then, like I started recording myself. I taught myself how to engineer. I taught myself how to mix and, all those little things. And I've just been getting pretty good feedback and, I'm confident in it and other people seem to like it. So I really have a lot of faith in my future. But
Okay.
other than that, I'm just like a regular person. Like I just like really love music, but like, I still like hanging out with my best friend and just chilling. I like to skateboard. I like to go ride my motorcycle, like I'm just a regular ass person.
Just living life on the edge. I love
Yeah.
it. Hey, I love it. So how long have you, like how you said you had to teach yourself to how to do all that. So
Yeah.
what all research did you do before you actually started pursuing it?
So it's really funny because I have this video still on my phone in the end of 2020. And I went online and I was looking up, like literally 2 years ago, I kid you not, I didn't even know what DAW meant. Like I didn't know what a digital audio workstation, didn't even know what that entailed or anything.
Uh-huh.
And so I went online and I'm looking up all these, what reverb means and what, saturation and tremboli and all these different things and what plugins mean and what this filter does and what that filter does and layering does. And I just would write it down on sheets and just kind of like I was studying for tests. And that was when I first got sober. So like when I first got sober, I literally was in my room. I didn't come out of my room for probably 6 months. And that's when I learned a lot of what I know now. I know now that I need balance from that. I can't just literally be, in the studio all the time. Yeah, so it took probably 6 months for me to really pick it up and have it sounding good. Because you've heard all my music that's released, everything that's on Spotify, I recorded it, I mixed it, I mastered it, all that stuff. So I
appreciate that song as well, man. I got a lot of good feedback on that song when we did the little audio thing. So appreciate that.
Which song was that, by the way?
I can't remember exactly what the song name was, but I do know he sent that out straight to me, and he said literally it was you. And that's how we actually got straight into contact, was literally right after that little snippet. And I actually got a lot of compliments about it.
Damn.
A lot of it. Because when they said the rhythm at first, it was like, man, it kind of reminded you like an elevator music. But then when your words started coming into it, and they were like, okay, this is really good. So I like that.
Yeah, no, like that was the only thing keeping me sober for probably 6 months was music. I would stay up sober for 2 days. Like this song playing right now is off of my first album. I actually released it a year ago. In 2 weeks, it'll be a year, exactly a year. I stayed up
Congratulations.
Thank you. I stayed up for 3 days straight, sober as a gopher, recording, mixing, everything. Like, it was such a high, and it still is for me. But I learned that you need your balance. You'll wear yourself out.
You do. I don't know if you heard. I've mentioned it numerous times. Was about my life with being a pro wrestler for 6 years. I literally eat, sleep, and live that sport.
Okay.
The way it started was just me wanting to try out because I had a lot of anger I needed to get out, and it was either to go do something stupid or go inside into something and get paid for it. So didn't get all that way at first because you having to learn, going to school, getting a wrestling school, getting that certification, make sure you get to authorization to call yourself a pro wrestler. And then you started making nice money. But the way you were making money was selling merch, selling out buildings, stuff like that, et cetera, et cetera. And I lived for it. And I tell people the best high you could probably get is coming through that curtain. And in regards to the 6 people or 1,000 people or whatever number it is, it's just an adrenaline rush that you cannot duplicate or anything like that. So like how you said when you were locked in your room and for 6 months and constantly just writing lyrics and stuff like that. When I first started podcasting, I literally didn't understand the reason of it. Like when I first started podcasting was basically because I had nothing else going on. COVID hit. So it's like literally it's like I'm tired of this rerun BS stuff that's on TV nonstop. So I was like, you know what? I'll hit record. My first episode was I woke up one morning and said, hey, I feel like I'm going to record. And I recorded, didn't edit, nothing. You could clearly tell it was like echoes from my bedroom. I didn't know anything about podcasting where, you need to be in a certain room, be secluded, be quiet, different mics, all that stuff. No. I grabbed like one of these little knockoff cheap the Bluetooth headphones, locked my room, and just literally just went at it, hit record. And I didn't think I would go 10 minutes, and I went an hour talking about myself, and it went over 100 plays in 2 days.
Wow,
and
awesome.
I realized I was like, all right, now I got to do more. Like at first, it was just like when I hit that over 100 plays, I was like, obviously, I have to be obligated to do more. But then I started seeing more different intro things on it. I started realizing, yeah, different type of rooms matter of air fluency for like voice waves or whatever. And funny thing is, I just for season 3 was the first time I actually did any video uh recordings because literally I used to record in my garage
Oh,
audio wise
that's funny.
and there was no AC, nothing. So I'm sweating profusely in this garage doing interviews with people and I'm loving it. That's the sad part. I'm loving this that I'm sweating my behind off recording 3 or 4 episodes a day, literally. And it's just like, okay. And then when I saw my friends and I saw that people was like, hey, you need to upgrade. You're doing great. This is great podcast, whatever.
Yeah.
But we want to see video footage. We want to
Yeah.
see this on YouTube and stuff. So I
Right.
was like, you know what? Gotta upgrade. Let's do this. And this has definitely been a different game in ways, and I feel like I've gotten it kind of figured out now. But you never know everything. That's the sad part. As long as you know you do this, there's just ways that's like, you thought you know, but guess what? This is what something else happened. And
Yeah.
it's just like I feel like that's the new high in a way because it's like that's something to push you to keep going. Um, you mentioned you just moved to Florida and stuff like that, and you've
Yeah.
been basically born and raised in Minnesota.
Yes.
Um, you said you moved out here to be sober, correct?
Yeah. Yeah. Wait, you live in Florida too?
Yeah, I live in Jacksonville.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I live.
Because I remember last time we talked, you were in Minnesota.
It's yeah. I forgot about that. I'm sorry. I don't have good memory. I can rap my ass off, sing my ass off, but my memory not so much there. Working on
Oh,
it though.
trust me.
Doing it.
Trust me. I've been banging boards for 6 years. Trust me. I know that scenario big time. My brain has gotten a lot better, but obviously it's not always going to be the 100% just because of what we've done.
Right.
But it is what it is. I loved it. I enjoyed it. Could I come back? Never say never. But hey, we're on the podcast standpoint. But Youngie, you did mention something about with meth and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So what stuff did you go through? And I remember when I listened to a couple of your songs, I could just definitely feel some of those songs were very personal to you.
Mainly all of my songs, especially in the beginning, were all about because like I said, it was the only thing keeping me sober. So I had to just say what was coming from like literally
Mm-hmm.
just coming out of me. Like it was just coming because I have been doing music for like 8 years, but I wasn't taking it as seriously because I was just so bad on drugs, like
Mm-hmm.
it was always my passion. It was always a part of me. I performed but I just, yeah. So, I went through hell many times. There was many times where like when it first started when I was 14, I was so young and I was impressionable, like it's not even really a choice at that point. I was trying to fit in and I finally found a
Mm-hmm.
group of people that were, like wanted me around and wanted to hang out with me, but it was for all the wrong reasons. And from that
Exactly.
point on, it was just always with me, the addiction to it, because I had done it so young that just growing up, every time I felt like I was stressed or like anything, that was what my coping mechanism just went straight to, was my brain just went to thinking about meth. And I hate
Mm-hmm.
it. I hate the drug. I don't like anything about it. It's something that I wish I had another chance with, that I know I'm going to have to live with it for the rest of my life, struggling with it, struggling with the urge to use again, and knowing that I don't want it. And, it sucks, but I make good music out of it. That's a plus. Some good things to say.
Hey, so you trying to say like you're the hip hop type version of T Swift now? Is that what you're trying to revert? Meth would be like the boyfriend and girlfriend persona.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even know. I'm just me. For a long time it was really, I got really like in my head about like, oh my God, I don't sound like this person and nobody's going to listen to me because I don't
Mm-hmm.
sound like everybody. And then I realized after a certain amount of time that that's my advantage, is that
Mm-hmm.
I still sound good, but I don't sound like anybody else.
Exactly.
That's going
And
to
that's
put,
one thing. I think that's the one thing that people don't realize. you can't say you're doing anything unless you try. And
Right.
that's what got me to do wrestling. That's what got me to play sports at a high level. That's what got me to do everything I've done in my life is just try. And and the thing is, I just put my full focus on it. And I tell
Right.
people, if I'm going to do something, you're going to know that I gave everything I have.
Right. Right.
And that's one thing I can literally say. I didn't fail at a lot of things
That's how
because in my mind,
you win, though. You have
failing is
to fail.
you've quit. That means you quit, you gave up, you didn't do what you needed
Yeah.
to do on it. Now, when I say I let go of and stuff like that, that means I gave everything I had. It's just not there anymore, or it just didn't work for me. Like I gave everything I got, but it's just a whole different animal. Apparently, I just can't do it.
Well,
Like those things is like differentials.
you just when you know that you're going to do something, you know you're going to do it, and you know that you have to go and find out the things that are going to work and the things that aren't going to work, because
Hmm.
people can tell you this and people can tell you that, and you can follow their advice, but what works for them isn't always going to work for you, and you're
Exactly.
still going to have to find your own way. And it's like, that's the problem, is people just want these answers, and it's so bad with like the scams and the self-help things that they have going around.
Oh my
I almost
gosh.
fell for it really bad when I first started getting into it. Like, you pay us some money and we'll sign you, or pay us some money and we'll play your song here. And they were just all scammy
Wow.
websites.
Yeah.
And you know, just people will hit you in the soft spot if they know that that's where they're going to get you. Like, they know that up and coming artists, what they want is fame, and, to have this and that. So then they'll send them messages saying, oh, I have this amazing opportunity for you. And, then they fall for it and yada, yada. But
Hmm.
I've learned to just be very particular about who I talk to, who I associate with, who I make music with.
Hmm.
I'm actually currently talking to an artist that is very out of my music range, but he is really wanting to work with me because he thinks that might give us kind of an advantage. Because, like when you hear songs that are like Eminem and Ed Sheeran, and it's still a really good song, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Or
Hmm.
like, I can't even think of another one, but,
It's bringing different visuals. So like say like if you put a hip hop artist in a country music song, it's
yeah,
bringing different visuals. Like
Billy Ray
It's
Cyrus.
showing hip hop like, hey, you can listen to country. It's not all just what that metaphor is. Like you can
Yes.
embrace that in ways. And I think the first person to really do that, correct me if I'm wrong, it might have been Kid Rock. Kid Rock proved like you could do so many different generational songs and still be that character, still listen to the music that you want to listen to, but it's okay. It's not like it's like a class or a group and be like, no, you got to be accepted to listen to this. No, it's
Yeah.
for everyone. And that's what a lot of people don't realize is you got to get out of that comfort zone. When you get
Yeah.
out of that comfort zone, that's where you know your place. That's where you know if you can stand out or something like that. So when you say out of your music range, what do you mean by that?
Like stuff that I don't and wouldn't rap about,
Mm-hmm.
and stuff that I kind of like not make fun of people for, but like, like talk about in my songs and stuff. But he's
Sounds
listened
like a country album.
well, yeah, he's listened to my music. Like, this particular artist makes like, trap music and stuff like that. The thing
Okay.
is, though, is that when I was doing all that meth, I was spending time in those trap houses and in those flop houses. No, I
Mm.
wasn't a gangbanger, but I was around a lot of that shit. So you can hear it in a lot of my songs. Yeah, I talk about it, but I'm also talking about you need to be better. There's so many ways to, if I can do it, you can do it, and stuff like
Exactly.
that.
Yeah.
And if the message isn't that in their music, regardless of if I can relate or not, if that's not the message, it's just like, but talking personally with the artist, it was a different story than just listening to one of his songs. So
Yeah. I
I'm ready
like that.
for that one.
Yeah, I hope that definitely works out for you. Let's
Yes.
talk about some of the songs that you have done. What
Okay.
song means the most to you?
I gotta
The
say,
main one that's got to be that vocal point that definitely describes you.
because I have like 43 songs on
Excuse me.
Spotify, and I just started releasing like a year and a half ago. It's hard to pick one because I'm down to 2 right now. 2 popped into my head right away. I just released one called Candy in November. That one is really like, it shows my rapping skills, my lyricism skills, my skills that I've learned in mixing. And I was really, 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 really proud of that song. I'm still really proud of that song. And it's all like, the lyrics are very, like all my songs are very personal.
Right.
And then I would have to say also I have a song called Traumatized, and I was singing that song, and that one is really, really like a really special song because it was just, it was a really bad time in my life, and every time I listen to it, I can feel it, and I know that I've grown since then.
It was very personal to you.
Yeah, so like every time I hear it, I'm like, oh, I feel how I was feeling then, but I know that I don't feel that way anymore, and it's like almost like a proud feeling, and like I'm just really
You overcame it.
oh yeah, like yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
I like that. So when you were talking about like how it was, you were like edgy, you were excited to perform, but you still had those setback moments to where it was like, I don't sound like this such and such. I'm not as good as. So what? So tell me about your first performance live. Like, tell me like how that was and.
That's the best story. Actually, it will forever be the best story in my life. Literally, my grandkids will tell their kids. So my first performance ever was at this club in Minnesota in St. Paul called the Caboose. And I was dancing probably like 20 minutes before I was going to go on stage, and there was quite a few people there. It was like an open mic kind of thing. And but it was like a showcase, and like the winner won studio time and stuff like that. So there was probably like 35, 40 people there. It was a pretty big crowd. But anyways, I was in the little dance floor dancing, and I was going to be the first one to go on stage. Well, I broke my leg, and I still went up on stage. Still went up on stage, and I still performed. I gotta move the phone for this. I don't know if you can see. I have a oopie. Ooh. Oh, geez. I don't know if you can see it. Probably not. Well, we're just gonna go. I have a huge scar on my leg. I was trying to show you that, and it failed miserably. But anyways, I have a scar going up my leg, probably like this far from down to my ankle up to almost halfway up my leg, and I have 2 plates and 5 screws, all from that night. But I still went up on stage.
Just from dancing.
It was the best performance that I've ever done in my life, like except for the Vegas one. Performing in Vegas was lit.
Okay, so that was about to be another question. So where all have you performed at? So obviously Vegas and stuff like that.
Yeah, so I performed in Vegas. I performed at the Caboose twice. I performed at the Red Sea in Minneapolis. And then I performed in St. Pete down here in Florida at the Ultra Turbo Lounge. The biggest thing for me is finding places that will book my style of music, because where I live, in the area I live, it's very beach town, and they like to book, like folk singers and like people with guitars and stuff like that, because I live right on the beach, like right next to 2 islands, like Siesta Key and Anna Marie Island. So I have a hard time finding places, but I have some things coming up that I'm not going to talk about yet, but people will find out soon. Just tune into my Instagram.
Hey, there you go. There's a plug.
Little hashtag up there somewhere.
Yeah, all the links will be below for sure. So when the episode is out,
follow me.
I love it. So you have now moved to Florida. You're basically saying that you're ready to be a new person. This is a new life for you. So what are some experiences that you have witnessed in Florida that definitely is not the normal that you were used to in Minnesota?
Well, here's the thing about that is that I was born and raised in Minnesota, but when I was 8, I moved down here for my first time. So I moved back and forth from Minnesota to Florida a lot. I moved a lot as a kid. So, we don't have to get into all that, but, so
I was in a military family, so trust me, I know that struggle.
when I moved here, I pretty much knew what to expect, but I would say the difference is there's way too many people. Just too many people. I don't even I like driving my motorcycle, but I don't like driving it down here. I haven't even it scares me.
Mm-hmm. Try to come out to Jacksonville over to Blandon Boulevard. You'll literally want to just go nuts
I
because
think it's
I can.
everywhere in Florida now. Every single town that isn't in the middle in the sticks is just way overpopulated. It's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's crazy because literally, like I said, I live close to the Blandon Boulevard area. I don't know if you know that spot. It's over the west side of Jacksonville, and literally a 5 minute drive to my house can be almost an hour due to that traffic.
Yeah, same.
It's crazy in ways. It's crazy.
Yeah. And it's spring break right now. It's literally
yeah.
to get down. Yeah, I get it. It's 5 miles. It says 45 minutes on the GPS. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, but especially when you were by the beach. I can only imagine how much even crazier that is.
Yeah.
But it's also got to be a beautiful view in a ways too, because
it
like I
is.
said, you're by the beach, so it's crazy during the day. Nighttime, I'm sure it gets crazy as well, but it's a cool scenery in ways for sure.
Yeah, no, it's nice for sure. But honestly, I'm really excited to move out. Wait, out west. I was trying to think of
Out
what.
west.
It would be northwest technically from here to Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
the cold.
Somewhere around there. Yeah, no, I love it. The mountains have my heart for sure.
Okay, so you like the cold areas and stuff like that.
I just like the mountains. I don't really necessarily
the mountains,
like the cold, but I don't like the scorching hot. I don't like to sweat all day.
Yeah, you can't wear dark colors out in this area.
No. Check my Instagram. I just wear black. I like black.
That's definitely the sweat color right there.
But you can't see the sweat. Uh-huh.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
That's way to cover it up. But yeah, Youngie. So you talk about your albums, all these crazy events that you have witnessed and stuff like that, and it helped you become what artist you are now. You basically taught yourself to do everything to a song, everything how to produce it, to promote it, to mix it, to audio it, and to engineer it. What was the number one hardest thing for you to do to get into that repertoire?
I would say I don't know, because I was using softwares that are so simplified that it really helped me learn a lot. Everything that I know is because I was using simplified software. So I would say the transition is the hardest part. Transitioning to Pro Tools and FL Studios and stuff like that.
Okay. I remember when I was just doing from Anchor to going to do Buzzsprout. It was definitely a different visual, especially doing it now on this.
Yeah.
This thing has been saving me drastically. I can do audio, video all in one. I can even do simply just the voices. It makes editing so much better for me. I don't have to listen to every single snippet and then just have to go, okay, which part is going this? It's numbered down for me to know exactly the part to put in, which is amazing because when I was just doing the audio version and I had to listen to this thing over 1,000 times when it was published, I wasn't even looking at listening to this episode again. Literally, everybody was like, how many times have you listened to your episode? I was like, not anymore.
Dude, that's how it is when because I'm the one recording the song and then I'm the one going through the mixing and doing the levels and then clipping it and doing everything. I listen to a song before I release at least 400 times. No cap.
Okay. Yeah.
And
it's crazy.
and then another like 20, like another like 25 times after
Yeah,
that.
I agree. Like I'm thinking like since I'm about to be at the 100th mark, I'm thinking about literally just listening from one to higher up just to see exactly how much my podcast has grown because like
Yeah,
in those moments like you don't realize how much you have succeeded until you go back and look at it like a binge watch a TV show. Like we all talk about Star Wars and stuff like that, but just look at the visuals, you can tell the generations now. You can tell like the camera angles and stuff is so different.
yeah,
And now just what movies we see nowadays, it's crazy. It is
yeah,
super crazy.
yeah. No. Everything has advanced so much, and honestly, like I was just talking to somebody about that the other day. Like the rate that technology has advanced has a lot to do with the amount of increased like depression and anxiety in human beings because
Hmm.
we don't evolve at the rate that technology has evolved over the past 10 years. Like
Yep.
it's just not even. Yeah, that is a whole
It's a
nother
different animal.
to get into.
That's a whole different animal. But
Yeah.
let's talk about some of the music videos that you've
All
done.
right.
How many music videos have you actually have had so far?
I've had two, but I'm
Two?
starting another one on Sunday, and
Okay.
then in June I'm going up to Minnesota, and I have a buddy that does like professional shot mixing videos, and like really, really like they're crazy, they're amazing, and I'm gonna get like my first like professional video done, so that'll be out within the next few. It'll probably be out in like August around my birthday, but I'm gonna release one music video before that. But I do a lot of lyric videos. That's been like my biggest thing.
Okay. I like that. Hey, that gets your name out. That's
Yeah,
one thing I've learned. That's one thing I had to learn when I first started doing these things was make little snippet videos. Tease the episode. Don't just share the whole thing. Like you have to take little snippets and just constantly promote it that way so it makes people to tune in to your episode. Like I had to learn that. I was really bad at that at first. Like super bad. I was just like sitting in an episode and say, "Hey, go take a listen to this. Hey, watch this. Just have fun with it. Do whatever you need to do." And a lot of people are like, man, just tease it. Like, don't give the whole thing. Like, literally just tease it and they'll come to you. They'll want to listen to it more. They'll subscribe. They'll tune in more. And it's just crazy how much you learn just from, in
yeah,
ways I learn from every episode that I do. I just feel like there's something I need to do to change from the last episode. Um, what what inspires you? What inspires you to keep going? And more importantly, what do you make different from every other song that you have done?
Uh, what inspires me is that I was a piece of shit and I don't want to be a piece of shit anymore. And I want to have a life. And I know what it's like to live a shitty life. And I don't want that.
Hmm.
And well, my songs, they've when I first got sober and I was really releasing music, they were really only about that, mainly all about that. They've changed now because I know that that's personal to me, but I'm releasing music for everybody to listen to, not, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Not just
I want
yeah,
other
yeah.
people to be able to not just relate to what I'm saying, but like just like hear a story that isn't just about me the whole time, you know? So like the one that I just released a song on the 19th. It was like last Saturday or Friday. It's called A Life, and it's basically it's not about me like at all. I mean, I put like a reference about how I understand in there, but it's
Hmm.
about how like kids and even adults be just like flexing on social media for clout, and how it's kind of like a cycle because, you know, one kid sees it, then another kid sees it, and now everybody's doing it, and how, you know, people confuse real life with the internet, and it's a
Hmm.
big mess. And the people that regulate it know about all the crappy, shitty things that it's doing to us as a species, and they don't care like at all. I've listened to tons of podcasts about it, and yeah, it's just mainly all about that.
Yeah. I agree with you on that. I remember when you were talking about like you may not sound like certain stars or whatever, and that's kind of like how I see with the podcast. Like I don't sound like Joe Rogan. I don't have the production of Joe Rogan, but I give a different perspective to like, hey, maybe I got something there. And I've even had people tell me numerous times like, we love your shows. Like you have very good visuals and stuff. You may not be the richest person in the world, but hey, we would tune in. We like what you bring in. You're real. You're not showing a fake persona behind the camera. You're
Right.
literally I'm reveal a lot of stuff about me. I've talked about my child support issue. I've talked about my son with special needs. I've talked about stuff that I've witnessed in my past. I've talked about depression I've had with wrestling and stuff. Is just like you have to be you. You have to be what the audience needs to know who you are. And I love how you did music about yourself because that's like what I would call like the preview of what to look forward to you because now you have what that to look back on and go I don't want to ever be there again.
Right. That's
I'm going to do whatever I can do to
do
make
it.
sure I don't get to that point again.
Yeah. Facts.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. So, um, what things have you have experienced so far going with the COVID era? Has there
Uh,
been any setbacks or anything like that has happened?
no, I mean, like in the beginning, that really was like when like a lot of people, everybody started doing different stuff. It was when I was able to really like get sober and like just start focusing on myself, and like I just wasn't really like worried. Like in the beginning, yeah, it was scary like the first month, but then like after a while, like it was just I was able to just kind of focus on myself because the world slowed down. Like not everything
Hmm.
wasn't going so fast anymore, and it was just like, all right, I can like reassess myself and get everything in order and do what
Yeah.
I do, and it worked. So
Yeah. That's one reason why this podcast grew is because of COVID. Because literally there was nothing updated going on.
podcasts in general, like listening, even has gone up since COVID. I
I
I
mean, it was big. It was big, but I don't think it has been as big as it is now. And now that we got everything back in a certain way, shout out to our governor because at least we're taking a stand. Hey, we don't need to be doing all this. But I literally love the fact that people are still continuing on with the podcast. Like you might have started when COVID era started, but you found a new love and celebrities. My gosh, I can't name. I almost cannot even think of one celebrity that doesn't have a podcast now.
right,
It's just crazy, and you see so how much different they are than what they would be on TMZ or MTV or stuff like that because they're not in robot mode anymore. They're where they want to be. This is
right,
their diary in ways. Because in a way this could help actors and actresses not commit mental health issues, the suicide and all that stuff that entails into those ordeals. This is a time for them to actually vent about something and not be judged on it. You might
right,
be judged, and that's one thing I've told people about a podcast. You can let whatever you want out. Guess what? You're still getting that one play. It's not going to inform you, hey, they hit pause during your episode. They skipped whatever you did on this such and such. No, you're still getting that one play.
right,
So you're getting what you want to say.
right.
And that's one thing that I think that stands out with a podcast is all bars are the handcuffs are off.
Yeah,
And I think it's better that way.
yeah,
Honestly, it's got to be better that way.
yeah, buddy.
Hey, so you talked about all the experiences that you have had. So tell me, what artists is that you've listened to in the past that helped motivate you to become who Youngie is now?
Russ, 100%. Russ,
Okay.
because I mean I had a lot of influences before that, like when I started rapping, but the person that really showed me that it's possible to do it without a major label and any of that playlisting, whatever, like Russ, 100%.
Okay.
Like
All
Kendrick,
right.
J. Cole, Eminem, a lot of that. But I was also really hard into like I still listen to like screamo music and shit like that. Like I'm really versatile on what I listen to.
I listen to some of that when I'm lifting. Like
Yeah.
like I literally gotta have something like that, especially on a leg day, because it's literally you just need something screaming in your ears just to motivate you to keep going. So I'm definitely not gonna judge you on that because I do listen to some of it, and I kind of alternate playlists back and forth when I do workout and stuff like that. So that's how I tell people, man. That's how I know if your music's good. If I can get through a workout listening to you, obviously there's something there because you have to
You
have a
listen to my
meaning to
music
listen
when
to
you
music.
work out?
I think I listened to two of your songs because I remember when I think it was Hal or Sal, whatever his name was. He told me about you. I listened to a couple of your songs on Spotify, and I
Oh,
got through a whole workout listening to you. So that's why I was like, all right, I can improve it.
fuck yeah. Hell yeah. That's awesome.
but But yeah, tell us. So obviously, Youngie is your persona as an artist and stuff like. What helped you make that name? What got you to want to name yourself Youngie?
I didn't even really give myself that name. When I was 16, I spent a lot of my younger years from 14 up until I was 17. I was in inpatient treatment basically that whole time, in and out
Oh
of
wow.
juvie and stuff like that. So I was hanging out at some friend's house, doing drugs. I really wanted to be a gangbanger. I was just a dumb kid, like coming out of situations that were good, making bad situations for myself and going hanging out with just not the right people. And
Mhm.
she gave me the name Young Dash E. And
Mhm.
that kind of like stuck with me. And then I changed it to Youngie, like IE. And it has the
Mhm.
meaning of like young person. And I always want to feel young because I don't want to feel old. And it's just kind of like a youth, like a play on words, but like it's just like
Yeah.
it's like my aura. Like I'll always be a youngie. Like I'll always be a young one,
Okay. I
a
like that.
young
I like
fun.
that metaphor. Hey, I like it. I like it. Uh, I know how you say about you don't want to feel old. This is now just starting to be embraced because I used to shave it completely, repetitively, all the time, and it got to the point where it just literally grows in a day. And it was just like, you know what? I'll trim it. I'll figure something out with it. But I've actually gotten compliments about it now, so it's just like, you know what? I guess it's there, and I'm not gonna be able to do anything about it. Plus, Just for Men only blocks out maybe
Yeah.
half of it, and it still looks a little sprinkly. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not wasting a bottle on the box today. I'm not wasting on the box today. So, but Youngie, we are coming to the end of the episode. Is there any last minute shout outs you want to do? Any plugins, guys? Also, the links will be below, so you can follow her on her Instagram, her all her profiles to keep up and dated to upcoming performances, updated music, and awesome music videos that she's got performing, guys. Great artist, good music, and yeah.
Yeah, so I guess I'll just really give a shout out to my best friend, aka my photographer, aka my like low key manager, Andrea, a dot Quafa or a dot shots on Instagram. Maybe we can put the tag below and like just follow me on Instagram wherever you see the tag or whatever. Just go check it out. And if you're going through anything and you're struggling, just know that you can get through it because, like I tell everybody, if I can do it, you can do it. I've been
Yeah.
through a lot of shit. Sit right here, right now, having this conversation with this guy. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we all been. I mean, one thing I tell people, you got to find your why. And when you find your why, it's like you're on cloud nine. Like literally, you
Really?
can't be stopped. You cannot be stopped. Youngie,
Nope.
I appreciate you doing this. This has been an absolute awesome episode. I appreciate you doing this,
Pleasure.
and I hope you have a great rest of your night.
You as well.
All right, take care. All right, guys, time to get the go home cue. First and foremost, I'd like to thank Youngie for coming on today, having a great chat, joining us, talking about some struggles that she's had in her past to become the artist that she is now. Youngie became what she is from hard work, dedication, and literally finding ways to not do drugs. You can't go wrong with that. You cannot go wrong with that. Major shout out to her on that. I know that's got to be a tough challenge every single day. Um, Sometimes it never gets better, but in a way, I feel like it does because it shows that you are a better of a person. That shows that you have a never quit attitude. And shout out to her on these. Guys, check out her songs. I got the list below for the Spotify playlist, um, her Instagram, all that, man. She is a phenomenal singer, a phenomenal performer. Guys, if you're a gym rat like me and you need a good song to get you through a workout, highly recommend her songs. They're really good, very freaking good. Also, check out her music video, Feeling. Her link tree is also below, and you can just click it and it plays the music video right off the rip. So check it out. Support her through the whole the whole train ride to being success. She, in my eyes, she's already being successful for all the hard work she's doing now. Major shout out to her on that. Um, yeah, guys, this has been episode 96. Like I said, guys, if you have it and if you're new to the channel, we appreciate you joining us and having a great time listening to us. Make sure you like, share, and most importantly, subscribe to all our platforms, including the stuff down below: YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, and most importantly, Instagram. Guys, and we have a LinkedIn account. I'm still working on how to mess with that. And I even got a Tumbler account. Shout out to my boy Courtney for that because I had no idea of it and he got me on it and I've been actually enjoying some of it. I've actually gotten a way of figuring out how to promote it and stuff like that. But guys, also you see these awesome red tank tops. I'm probably getting a lot of good compliments about my tan right now. You know, the sun's back out in Florida. It's been amazing. Guys, check it out at the Bonfire Shop down there, right down there below. Check it out. Type in promo code Buzz20. You can get these awesome things. You see this? You see this? Whoa! Man, it's so comfortable. I wear it a lot, a lot. Guys, I appreciate everybody. This is episode 96, man. We are 4 away from the big 100. Woo! Um, Man, I can't, I can't exhaust this anymore, man. This has been so awesome. Guys, also, we are also doing the campaign for autism. Nobody knows. I am a father of a son that is on the autism spectrum. Uh, April is Autism Awareness, and also my son's 10th birthday, and this is the first time. Actually, this would be the second time out of all his birthdays I get to join and celebrate it on this month. That is truly huge to me. Super huge to me. Like I said, he's about to be 10, and it's only my second one. Usually, we're celebrating his birthday in June or around my time on my birthday. So it's just really awesome to be able to have one particular birthday for him and letting it focused on him. And he's doing a Super Mario Party. That's even cooler knowing that I grew up watching I grew up playing Mario and just seeing how much more updated and more new advanced it is. Guys, I'm a big Switch fan, Nintendo Switch fan. I didn't believe getting it at first, and I absolutely love it now. Guys, like I said, we have a Twitch channel now, and I'm even going to do some games that I might stream on Twitch in the near future. I play NBA, I play WWE. I don't have the new 2K22 yet. I have 2K21. So when I type it in, you give me the comment below, send me your gamer tag, and maybe we'll do something. Maybe we'll play a little one-on-one or whatever. But guys, I appreciate everybody doing this. This has been a great episode. I appreciate y'all joining us, listening to us. Guys, give us some feedback. Go on all the links below and check us out. Give us feedback. Give us a review. Most importantly, guys, y'all stay tuned to the next episode because we will be buzzing with you next Friday. Y'all have a good one. See ya.